Hey, I'm your girl, Madam Bay, here at Sweet Kitty Club, where we create plant-based feminine care products for the girls who like to keep it sweet. Now look, y'all don't come for me trying to tussle. I know this video is long overdue. I may be slow, but I'm for sure. And I wasn't trying to rhyme, but I needed to let y'all know. Okay? Now, a couple of months back, I told you guys we were doing what I consider to be a big rebrand for Sweet Kitty Club. We wanted to make a few changes. We've been making products, handmade products now for, I've been noticing some things, okay? On these internet streets, it's a lot of soap makers. And that's cool because it's enough money for everybody, right? But you know, when you are in a saturated industry, what you got to do, you got to stand out from the rest. And I was noticing everybody was looking the same, and I didn't like that. I don't want to look like everybody else. So I wanted to do some things different, which is why I started the rebrand. One of the big, most noticeable differences was the change in our soap molds. So like I said, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to stand apart, and I felt like I needed to do a little, put a little Frank Lucas spin on Sweet Kitty Club. Now look, don't let this little cute frame fool you, okay? Because it's an OG, a real OG underneath all this. So yeah, we had to do it the Frank Lucas way. I said, you know what? If the bays were getting my Blue Magic, aka my body bars, they needed to know they were getting them from me and no place else. So that is the main reason why we changed our molds. Plus the fact that I just think our logo is dope as F, okay? And I think it needed to be seen, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, I want to do a little comparison, show you guys where we were versus where we are today, okay? So we started out with the molds that everybody uses. You can get these on Amazon. They're about $14, and sometimes you can find a deal where you can get 2 of them for maybe $21. These are silicone molds, okay? As you can see, our molds have been getting some use, okay? We literally, as a matter of fact, speaking of our molds getting used, we just celebrated making over 10,000 soap bars with these molds, y'all. So they do come in handy. They work. They do what they are supposed to do. But like I said, we had to switch it up. So with these molds, you're going to get like square-like bars. These are the bars we see all over Instagram, TikTok, like they're everywhere. So this is what most of the Yummy bars are going to look like. Now, I make cold processed soaps as well as melt and pour soap bases. So, but this is a cold processed magical unicorn. This is kind of like a beginning where we started. So, yeah, this is kind of nostalgic for me. So I just keep this, as a souvenir. But anyway, this is where we started, right? So these are the bars. These are about 4 ounces. And I believe they're about 2 inches thick, and they serve their purpose, okay? So these are the old molds that we used, okay? Now, the semi-con of switching the molds, so as you can see, I used to do like swirls. I like doing swirls and just like being real creative with my soaps. Whereas our new molds don't really allow for too much creativity, but still, I love them. So these are our new molds. Again, silicone molds. Here you can see our logo in these molds looking real demure, huh? Don't these look good? So these are the bars that it produces. As you see, like I said, our logo looks really nice. These bars are about 3 inches thick. They are a tad bit smaller. So our original bars were 4 ounces. These bars are about 3.5 ounces, okay? So like I said, I can't be as creative, whereas this design goes all the way through the soap. When we do designs with this mold, you're only going to see the colors and things on the top layer, which is cool still. It allows me a little bit of creativity, just not as much, which I guess it really doesn't matter because I've literally gotten bays telling me, like, girl, you don't have to make the soap pretty. Just make it do what it do. So, okay. So, yeah, so these are the new molds. And let's talk about pricing, okay? So, again, the molds for this is going to be about $14, whereas for a set of 2, okay? So, this mold is going to give me about 9 full bars and what I would call a soap end, so just a piece of soap at the end, but 9 full bars. And keep in mind, I do make my soaps in small batches because I do like to, you know, look over everything, make sure everything is good and up to par. So, because one time, y'all, I tried to be one of them girls that was like, oh, I want to be so productive and make all of these bars at once. And rather than making one batch, I tried to do a batch I tried to triple my batch, okay? And effed up the whole batch. So there were supplies, materials that I just effed up, had to rebuy, and baby, I don't like to mess nothing up, okay? So one batch it is, that's what we do. We get 9 bars with this, okay? Now, out of a batch of a batter, soap batch, okay? With this mold, we can get 12 bars, okay? Really 13, so we get 12 bars, and then the extra that we have, I make samples for our soap pieces, so it works out great. Now, let me tell you, this mold costs $14. These 2 ran me a little over $100. It's custom, okay? And, you know, you got to pay for custom stuff, baby, okay? And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because, like I said, I get 9 bars out of this. I get 12 out of this one. Well, 13. So I get 12 full bars. That's 3 more bars than normal. So I'm already making more money with these, with this mold. Plus, I get the extra bar that I can use for soap molds. So again, I'm making more money. So that's 4 bars basically. I'm getting more in this with this mold making the batter than I did with this. So I feel like that's already a come up for me. So I like that, baby. We like when we can get more money. Plus, I know my bays are gonna like that because I was really thinking about going up on prices for soap because, hey, everything is going up for me, right? So, you know, we gotta stay afloat. But, like I said, because I get 4 more bars out of this out of this mold, that kind of makes up for a little bit of difference so we can keep things the same for a little bit longer. So, hey, that's a win, right? Now, granted, this same $100 that I spent for these 2 molds, I could have bought 7 of these and been ultra productive. But keep in mind, I do have about 30 of these already in this size alone. So, you know, which kept production quite high. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, okay, I'm only working with this set right now. So it is slowing me down. I'm still working through it. I'm working through it. And the good news is Christmas is around the corner, so you already know I'm asking Santa for more sets of these. 2 more sets, Santa, for Christmas, okay? And my birthday comes right after that, so guess what? I'm going to ask for 2 more sets of these. So we'll be where we need to be eventually. Like I said, sometimes things be a little slow, but they be for sure. Hey, I have not slowed down our shipping or overall our production. None of our bays know that I'm over here working day and night trying to get all of the soaps that we need with just these 2. They don't know it. I know it. And you know it now, okay? So, but they're not experiencing it is my point. So that's what we're doing with the soap molds. Now, this mold is, like I said, it's also made with silicone, and it is 6 cavities. So obviously, like I said, we needed 2. Each cavity is 3 inches deep. And this took about a couple of weeks to go through production and then for me to receive it. And I believe the seller ships this from Canada. And I purchased these from a company called Mold Zone, and they are on Etsy. And there are quite a few other mold makers on Etsy. Mold Zone, for me, had the best reviews overall. And so I look at the reviews, okay? I look at reviews. That's why I'm always encouraging y'all to review my products, because people look at those reviews and, okay, they real. So with such a big investment, like I said, $100 for these 2 molds. Like I said, it has slowed down production, making me kind of jump through hoops to get some things done. But, you know, like I said, no fret, because we are going to continue to push through with what we have. So, yes, I wanted to show you guys what we're doing. So it is official. All of our soaps, with the exception of 2 of our bars, which are going to be the rice water bar and the honey and oatmeal bar, all of our soaps got the makeover with the new look. Those 2 bars did not, and I'm going to keep them the same. And the reason being is the rice water bar is a massage bar type soap, so we want to keep that the same. And then the honey and oatmeal, we just love the nostalgia that the design of that soap has, so we want to keep it. So, but the other bars will all receive our upgraded design. And I did have a question from one of my wholesalers, because we do offer wholesale options for our body bars, as well as private, you know, white label. So I was asked if I was going to be changing the body bars for the wholesale, or if I was going to be using the new molds for wholesale. And the answer is, baby, whichever you want. But the short answer is, we will continue to make these the wholesale soaps unless you specify that you would like my logo on your soap. Okay? So we did it. There's a couple of other things that we have to do, y'all, but I'm going to be honest with you. It takes quite a bit of money, okay? Rebranding is not cheap. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, okay? So we got to get our coins together, honey, so that we can make some other adjustments. And I cannot wait to let you guys in on what the next stage of the rebrand process is going to be, okay? So listen, if you have not already purchased your Sweet Kitty Club soaps, please head on over to the website. But before you go, make sure you like this video or thumbs down it. Either way, let me know how you really feel, okay? Let me know, like or thumbs down, comment, like, say hey or something, y'all, because listen, these internet streets sometimes get lonely. I be feeling like I'm just by myself, okay? So let me know you here and I'm not just alone. And also in the comments, let me know, what do you think about our new design? Do you think we could have just kept things the same? Could we have just changed the label on this soap and kept it moving? Or what do you think? Was the design change needed or nah? Let me know in the comments. Y'all, until I see y'all in the next video, I want to meet you and your bestie at checkout at sweetkittyclub.com. All right?